Vibrio vulnificus is a gram-negative, curved, rod-shaped bacterium. It's most commonly found in marine environments such as estuaries, brackish ponds, or coastal areas. It's oxidase positive and facultatively aerobic, and it does not form spores. Vibrio has a single polar flagella used for motility, and it is most commonly found in raw oysters and undercooked shellfish. However, you can also get Vibrio from open wounds in the ocean, and the CDC warns people who are immunocompromised as well that they can be affected. The CDC estimates that 4,500 cases of this type of Vibrio infection occur each year in the United States. However, the agency says that the number of cases actually reported is much lower because surveillance is complicated by underreporting. One of these cases takes us to a young boy who got infected by Vibrio in Florida.
Jacob Allers was boating near Central Florida when the 13-year-old scraped his foot on some wood along the coast.
And then I got the splinter, and it really hurt.
The next day, his foot nearly tripled in size. Doctors found that his open wound and the warm Gulf waters allowed him to contract a potentially deadly bacteria known as Vibrio vulnificus. This kind of infection is especially common in coastal waters during the summer. 12 cases have been reported in Florida so far this year. 3 people have died, including one just this week in Sarasota. Epidemiologist Michael Drennan is with the county's health department and says the bacteria can enter the body through a small cut and can eventually lead to a drop in blood pressure, skin blisters, and even death.
The opportunity for infection is going to depend on the wound. So the more significant the wound, obviously, the more chance for becoming infected.
Jacob is now taking antibiotics to clear up his infection. But health officials warn those with weak immune systems should take extra care to cover up wounds or scratches before taking a dip this summer. Bigat Shaban, CBS News.
Vibrio is often a challenge for the food industry because it is undetectable by smell and taste, and it can only be found by testing for it in a lab. This makes Vibrio very hard to detect when it comes to being in seafood, and it makes it even harder for the CDC to regulate. However, the CDC has come up with a plan which involves closing down harvesting of oysters when Vibrio is most known to grow in its ideal conditions.